Hello, and welcome to the Rage Play commentary on Sonic CD.
Chris's favorite game.
Ah, yes. What a great
Hi.
present. I get to talk about a game I don't like.
You love this
So-
game, though. We all know you do.
Shut up.
So our buddy Just Turd here is the one that recorded it for us.
Indeed.
And are you a scrub? Are you good at video game?
Well, you'll see. You'll see.
Oh, you're making us watch this?
He is
Yeah, I am.
Eh.
commentary without it.
Oh boy.
I mean, it's cool. It's cool. It's a very cleaned up, full.
Version
Yeah. What was it called? Full motion back on the Sega CD.
FMV.
Yeah.
Well, this
Full
is
motion
well.
video.
This isn't. Is this full motion video?
No, it's not.
No.
This is not full motion. This is the real animation. It's the clean one.
Yeah, I mean there was. The Sega CD had this, but it was all choppy and shit.
Such as the
But then
technology
the
of
game,
full motion video.
the GameCube version and PC version had a like this version.
Mhm.
Yeah, where it was all butter smooth. Although what's weird is the Sega CD could do smooth like animation, so I don't know what happened here.
Well, I mean, like, could it? Like this?
Like not at like this quality, but in terms of the smoothness, it could do something similar to this. It was the not Lunar. I forget what the series is. It's Lunar something on the Sega CD. They used anime-esque, animations like this once in a while.
Okay.
Also, wait, no, that's the Sega Saturn. Never mind. But anyway, screw that. Less begging.
And now we're gonna go into Green Hill Zone. Essentially.
Yeah.
Yay.
I mean,
This is
you can't have a classic Sonic game without a Green Hill ripoff.
Nope.
like, I know someone's gonna say this, but almost all these levels are basically just really huge, really detailed, humongous, extravagant versions of levels in Sonic 1, more or less.
Yeah. Only
yeah.
this time,
It's
only this time we don't get a marble zone.
Yeah.
thankfully.
But every
The
other,
only difference-
pretty much every other level is like a crack version of a Sonic 1 zone.
Like, for example, Stardust Speedway is a shitty version of Starlight Zone.
Yep.
Yep.
Metallic Madness is Scrap Brain, etc.
This is basically it's a semi-sequel to Sonic 1. It's Sonic 1.5. Because the sprite is Sonic 1, and it just feels more like Sonic 1.
From
There's
what
no-
I understand, this game was created to like feature the stuff that couldn't be featured in Sonic 2. Like Sonic 2 was originally going to have to do with time travel, but they just ultimately decided not to do it. And when the core Sonic team went ahead to America to make Sonic 2, some of the people in Japan stayed behind and birthed this abomination.
Yeah, I thought what happened was they were kind of arguing over like where it should go next or something like that. So they kind of split up, and in Japan, in their eyes, this was the first Sonic 2, but over in America, we got our Sonic 2.
And oh God.
Yeah, and thank God to Christian Whitehead for making these special stages run like this. They run less ass than they did in the
Yeah.
CD and GameCube version.
Yeah, like the Gems Collection version, I'm not gonna say it was unplayable, but it was really, really, really hard.
Yeah.
Like
And-
the UFOs.
Laggy.
You know how the UFOs were really like choppy and stuttery when they were in the air?
yeah.
Here they're butter smooth and it makes everything a little bit easier.
Yeah, it was
So,
weird when I played this port. I'm thinking like, why is it so like slow and smooth? I don't like this.
Although
So I
I
wasn't
think
used
this,
to it.
I think this looks very, very pixely with the higher resolution. Like
Yeah.
you can see it almost sparkle on the floor. Those pixels.
It looks alright.
Yeah, it looks fine. Like it's easy on the eyes, but it's just kind of weird comparing it.
I'll give CD this. Its special stages are not as bad as Sonic 1 or 2's.
Oh
Yeah.
I really like the backgrounds too for the special stages. There's one in particular. It kind of looks like not Angel Island, Sky Sanctuary. I really like to see a level based on that.
That would be
In
nice.
Mania maybe, but Mania is gonna be a shit game, so because it's not original.
So right now I'm trying to position myself in a good spot where I can go to the past. Like I'm showing off how you can create a good future in each zone with the.
Even though you
Go to the
already
past.
fucked up that.
Yeah,
Even
I
though you
screwed that up. That was my own fault. But
Also,
yeah.
also by the way, if the audience can tell, I was being sarcastic about Sonic Mania being shit.
That's the thing about Sonic CD. It kind of encourages exploration, especially for those machine thingies, but I don't know, it just becomes really tedious, and that's my main problem with this game. It's it feels like tedium.
If you just go from point A to point B, you can beat this game really fast.
Even then, I still don't find it fun.
It's
It-
just
You see, like, I really enjoy this game, and I really enjoyed it when I recorded this. But I did notice, like, one thing that the original Genesis Classics had with their level design over this is that they didn't always punish you in the same way for going fast. Like, when you went fast in the classic Sonic games, sometimes you were rewarded for it, and if you manipulated or worked with your momentum right, you could access alternate pathways and find hidden goodies. Here, since it's so heavy on exploration, it's really hard to go fast in the same way that you want to in the Genesis games.
Here's the thing. Here's like
Because there's so many hazards and so many things stopping you, because they want to encourage you to find a spot to go fast and time travel. And
Here's
find
the thing with-
yeah,
yeah.
go ahead.
Here's the thing with like Sonic 2 and especially 3K. They encourage you to go fast. They encourage you to like memorize the levels, perfect them. Like, well, okay, I don't know what I'm talking about. I guess what I'm trying to say is like, the levels are made for you to go fast, and since that's one of Sonic's biggest factors, not necessarily his biggest, I feel it really works, and that's what makes Sonic so great. But in one, and especially this game, when you take away Sonic's, you take away his speed, it's just another platformer.
Yep.
at least the platformer control's good.
Even still, I'd rather be playing something like, I'd rather be playing like Mario or Kirby or anything else.
Right.
See, like,
But
going like when you figure out how a level's designed and you speed through it, it feels satisfactory because you were able to speed through it in such a short time when before you sucked at it and you had to figure out how everything worked. Here, you're encouraged, like I said earlier, you're encouraged to explore, and if you don't, then you're just gonna have to go the traditional route. And really, because there's so many stage hazards and there's so many sections where you have to platform, it's really, really hard to go fast. Like I said, in the same
basically,
way.
And
it's not as
let's just say
satisfactory
this.
when you can. Yeah, go ahead.
let's just say CD is basically, it's not designed to have it go smooth if you're going fast. You're gonna start going fast and you'll be like, oh hell yeah, and then all of a sudden a spring or a rock will just appear out of nowhere in a very odd place.
I'm gonna repeat what the geek critique said. Sonic CD feels like it's actively punishing you for going fast. It wants you to take your time, and that's kind of not Sonic.
If we're going to be fair, the classic games sometimes did punish you for going fast, but that's only because you're running into stage hazards that you're not seeing up ahead, and you were stupid. With this, you're punished because the game actively encourages you. It wants you to take it slow and to explore, like Sonic 1 in some zones.
And it only lets you go fast when it wants you to go fast. For example,
when it allows you to go fast, yeah.
When it wants you to go fast, like Stardust Speedway with all its boosters, where it might as well be a pinball level.
Nowadays, I'm just like, I don't really hate going fast in Sonic games all the damn time. It's nice once in a while, but maybe because I'm old, I just don't like. I can't keep up with the fast anymore. Maybe that's why I don't really like Unleashed and Generations as much as I used to. Because I actually like to fucking platform in my Sonic games.
Getting
Like
too
in Sonic.
Getting
Like
too
Sonic.
Getting too old, dude. You're like 20.
21. Shh. No.
Gay robot.
This is why I prefer Sonic 3 over any other classic games. It has the perfect blend of typical platformer and gotta go fast platformer.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it has
Most stages,
it,
most stages you can go at a decent speed and still have fun with it. But when you know how to go fast, oh boy.
That's
well,
another.
a
Here's
lot of.
another.
Go ahead.
Go on. You go
Well,
first.
okay. Well, a lot of what made Sonic 3 and Knuckles stage design work is because a lot of the platforming sections were based on momentum. So if you really, if you knew the level and you wanted to go fast, you still could. But bear in mind that there were some platforming sections sprinkled here and there, but they were never Mario-esque where you just wait for another platform to show up and then jump on that and then wait for another one, then jump on that. Or you just jump from platform to platform with no real speed involved.
Also,
it was almost never like that in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Like everything, it blended in with each other, really nice.
By the way, if you're Tails, if you can go up top of there where that spike blockage was, and you get some extra shit, I guess.
Yeah.
Fun facts.
I was gonna say, here's another criticism I have with CD. The bosses are shit.
Yep. Well. Yeah.
Either they're really frustrating or they're pointlessly easy.
See, I like the ideas of them. That's about it.
They're too quick.
Well, it's not that
it's
not really that they're too quick. Like they got some really interesting ideas, like in Quartz. No, it's not Quartz Quadrant. It's Tidal Tempest, where you're. Is it? No, it is Quartz Quadrant, where you're just running on a conveyor belt, trying to, in a sense, outrun Eggman, even though he's just standing right there. But you're trying to destroy his machine by outrunning it, essentially. That's a cool idea, but it happens so quickly, and there's barely any challenge involved. It's just kind of an afterthought.
Like I said, they're either needlessly frustrating or just so pathetic to the point of why are you even a boss?
Yeah, and here we have collision. And here we have Collision Chaos, aka Spring Yard on crack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's something I want to bring up about the Christian Whitehead version here. They added Tails as a playable character, and I think with Tails, he's better built for this game than Sonic is, because he can fly and actually explore the shit and not have to worry about being bounced over the goddamn place.
All Sonic has one singular jump. One singular jump. If it were
at least with Tails, you can like save yourself the trouble of being bounced around and actually fly out of your crazy ball pit or fucking spring pit.
Yeah. And even why didn't they add Knuckles? I probably would have enjoyed this game more with Knuckles, since this seems like a game that he could get some mileage out.
Yeah, like there's a lot of instances where there's this like huge vertical wall in your way, and you have to find some sort of like tunnel or underground room to venture through. So I think actually playing as Knuckles does actually sound pretty nice for Sonic CD.
But no, in fact, this should have been Knuckles' game, not Chaotix.
This should have been Knuckles Chaotix.
This should have been Knuckles Chaotix.
Yeah. But like not Knuckles, but Tails, for example, would have worked perfectly in Wacky Workbench if you played as him. That I know.
It would be less irritating, I'll give you that.
And FYI, in case you guys are confused about what's happening, I'm trying to, there's a little room under there. Like, you know the room I was in where I went to the past and I just bounced off those springs constantly? I was trying to go back in there to get those rings, but the stage design just wouldn't let me.
Yeah, I've noticed this. I've noticed this with you and myself. Like we're hesitate through the stage, or like stop every couple steps.
There's like bumpers and springs and freaking slicer robots everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
the level design is also like this because they want to show off the power of the Sega CD. Guys, I know you want to show off the power of your system, but you have to do it so fucked up.
I guess I will compliment CD for a concept of it and giving you multiple ways, like 2 different ways to get the best ending, even if both are crap.
One's a traditional way, one's just a explorative fest.
One, if you don't want to do the special stages, you can explore and get those machines that produces the robots. Only problem is if you miss one, then that's no longer a viable option.
So, another thing to praise CD for, I think, is you know how in the classic games you're rewarded for curiosity in some instances. Well, you're rewarded for curiosity, but not in the same way. You can travel to the past or future just for the curiosity of seeing what the heck it's like. And the stage is not entirely different, but it is in looks.
Some pathways are...
Some pathways change.
Yeah, some pathways change. And the look is entirely different for past and future of each zone, which I think is pretty cool. I like it.
And they have different music.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is too bad that... I don't know.
Too bad they gave you the option to get the time stones, because then you won't really care about going to the past or future if you're doing it like I'm doing.
Honestly, it's kind of a hassle to do the past and future kind of thing anyway, because you have to explore high and low and eventually get a timeout if you just can't get to this one place for the life of you, or can't figure out where it is. And again,
well,
if you miss one
Screw
machine,
these fish eggs.
if you can't get,
Yep.
if you miss just one machine, you can no longer do that.
Well, here's this. At least it's you can freely explore back and forth, and it's not like a Mario game where you're kind of screen locked for going too far. You know what I mean?
What?
At least during the 90s. All right, you haven't played Mario World, or no, Mario 1, for example.
Mario 1, yeah, that's screen locked. Like, if you go in a certain, you can't backtrack in Mario 1. There's only 4.
You can't go backwards, so at least this game doesn't have Mario 1 syndrome.
It does have lockup though. If you reach near the end of the stage and you just don't happen to have enough rings, tough shit, you can't go back and get more.
Yeah, that's just a one instance, which I'm okay with, I guess, but it's just annoying when you forget that it's a thing.
No, I'm not okay with it. When I get to the end of the stage, I get hit by an enemy or obstacle that I couldn't see coming, and then I lose all of my progress, and now I lost my only chance to get...
That happens in all of the classic games, too, so it's not just this game.
Yeah, true, but 3K was
Sonic 1 did that, and Sonic 2 had the checkpoints, so...
Sonic 3 was actually smart about it, which, now that I think about it, oh, please let the special stages for Mania be smart. Please, just don't make me...
Don't rehash the half-pipes, please.
Don't make me have to collect rings just to get to the special stage. Please, just bring back the special rings.
Actually, I think they can... I think there was this Game Explain video where they did an analysis of some gameplay videos, and I think one person spotted a special stage ring from Sonic 3.
In the
level.
Oh.
I know they have the blue rings from Chaotix.
They do?
Well, why the hell did people, like,
those monitors that make the rings bigger?
Well, it's not that they make the rings bigger. It's essentially, if you get hit, a giant ring comes out, and if you touch it, you get all your rings back, and it's a one-time use.
Yeah.
You know, that makes me wonder, people who are playing the demo, why didn't they go explore all over the place to find, you know, the giant rings? Because,
like, you have to remember, huge ass line, you can't play forever.
And they're probably not like those levels. I think they're mostly done, but they're not 100% done. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, the demo.
Like, they were good enough to present at the party, but they weren't complete. That's what I mean.
Yeah. The demo isn't always complete.
Yeah, I remember in the trailer for Sonic
This
Generations.
one right here. This is the stage I was talking about that I love the background for. I'd like to see, Sonic
like-
Team and
Looks kind of like a mix between Angel Island and Sky Sanctuary.
Looks
I
like
love how it
looks like-
looks.
don't know why, but it always looked like a location from Sonic Sat AM.
It looks like something I saw from the Sonic OVA movie. That's what I thought when I first saw it, like when I was a kid.
The OVA.
You know, like that city, that one city that exists in that movie.
Robotnik.
Like it's all
like Robotnik City or some shit.
no, the other place that Sonic and Tails go to meet Eggman, where the president's at. Like it's all bright and shiny and shit.
I don't remember that one.
I think it's the Land of the Skies or something like that. They called it.
Like I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember what it looks like.
It looks all futuristic-y and shiny, and high up in the skies. Kind of like
But-
floating islands. Kind of like a floating island. Somewhat like the Master, or not Master Emerald, the Angel Island, kind of.
If for whatever reason I decide to go back and watch the OVA, I'll let you know.
It's not
Oh.
a bad movie.
Okay,
It's not a bad movie.
I think
this question has been, I guess, bouncing around in
That's
my
a
head.
dick move right there. That's a
What?
dick move
Hello,
right there.
Hey guys, and welcome to RagePlayCom's playthrough of the Sonic Spinball Beta.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
This boss is awful. I hate it.
I hate
I
it.
beat this, dude. Remember Jesse and I was playing it, and I beat the boss in like 10-15 seconds of starting
Yeah.
this. I was like, hey, I beat it.
Oh my
I was
gosh.
actually shocked myself because it's all luck based. Because
Yeah,
the flippers fucking suck in this game.
Yeah.
that's why. I
They,
said
they
this-
ain't like freaking Casino Zone. They ain't like that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Again,
so this question has been bouncing around in my head ever since I started playing Sonic CD. What the heck is Collision Chaos supposed to be?
I don't fucking know.
It's like a mishmash of like a pink mountainy landscape with casino pinball gimmicks. What is this place?
I don't
A
know.
mirror. A mirrored-esque world, because like you could tell from this, when you look at the bottom and the top of the levels, you can see that they mirror each other. So it's obviously Trippin' Balls Land, and it's a casino. Okay, you know what it is? It's a LSD casino night. That's what it is.
You want to know what it is? It's a shitty level. We'll be back for more Sonic CD, so stay tuned, viewers. I hate this game.
I like this game.
It's okay.